Hey, B. Babsy. Josephine, that's my middle name. Nadia, Susie, what's going on? Rosie or Roses. All right, so we will, I'll just give it just another minute, but I'm going to talk about reverse dieting in case you haven't heard of it. A lot of people haven't heard of it or are very confused by it. But how was your Easter? Hey, Angela, how are you? I'm good. I am good. How are you doing? And so it is 8 o'clock here. So I had an early Easter dinner, I guess we would call it. So that's awesome. And nothing fancy. I did more of a like a brunch earlier because my son was home for the weekend for his birthday. So it was nice that he was here, and my husband's working. He's a chef in a big restaurant in Falmouth, Massachusetts, and they have quite a few people today. So he's still working. I'm sure he's exhausted, but I know some people are probably like thinking that they're going to like burn off all their calories tomorrow and feeling that they're going to punish themselves in the gym and do that. So I hope that you don't do that. All right. Because it's just one day and that's not going to kill like your results. So just resume the normally scheduled program. But reverse dieting, so a lot of my clients, so the reason that I use reverse dieting is because a lot of my clients are not eating enough calories. And so when you are chronically dieting or you're always under eating calories, your body is going to get used to those lower calories. And so those lower calories stop working. And it's just that your body is used to those lower calories. So if you're eating 1,200 calories, then your body gets used to the 1,200 calories, you stop losing weight. So the only way to lose weight at this point would be to eat less than 1,200 calories, which I definitely don't recommend doing. And so to start, I would figure out like what are your maintenance calories, right? You can use my online calorie calculator and figure out your maintenance calories and then bring your calories up to maintenance level. And some people, like when they look at their maintenance calories, they go, holy shit, like that's a lot of calories. And that's the thing, like that's what your body needs. You need to have those calories, but you're always on a diet. And so you're always restricting, you just are downregulating your metabolism, and you're also not getting the nutrition that your body needs. Now, I just had a group program start, and I had quite a few women who like they're averaging anywhere from 130 to 180 pounds, and they're literally averaging about 1,300 calories. So like for me, my maintenance is 1875. I'm 5'4" and I'm 130 pounds. So somebody that's 170 pounds, they are going to need way more than 1,200 calories. All right. So figure out what your maintenance calories are, and then that's where you should go for maintenance. Now, there is perimenopause at 43. Yeah, that's not uncommon at all. So figure out what your maintenance calories are, because that's what your body is going to respond best at. That is where you're going to have the most energy. That's where you're not going to be losing weight or gaining weight on maintenance calories. But people are afraid to go from like 1,200 to those maintenance calories. But here's the thing, like once your body starts getting those calories, it will start being a fat burning machine rather than fat storing machine. And so basically what's going on is your body is hoarding onto the fat because it's not getting the calories that it needs. So you're just storing fat. People think when they undereat or they go on a 1,200 calorie diet that the body eats its own fat. It just doesn't happen like that. So why do I keep going 11 months without a period? I don't know. It's just the way that it is, you know? So, but I would say once every 11 months isn't too bad. I think you're getting there. So basically reverse dieting is just getting your body used to a higher amount of calories. And so you really do want to be at those higher calories. And that's where you're, like I said, your body's going to feel its best. You're going to have tons of energy. You're going to have better sleep. You're going to have better digestion. You're going to be able to remember things. You know, you won't have that brain fog, and then you'll just have energy, right? And so constantly being in a deficit is going to cause you to be the opposite, right? It's going to cause sleep problems and digestion problems and low libido, and not being tired and waking up exhausted. And so really it's about health more than anything. But once you start bringing in more calories, then you become a fat burner rather than a fat storer. So help with staying asleep. So again, that's like one of those things that your body adapts to, right? It's going to adapt either way. So either it's going to be adapt negatively, or it's going to adapt favorably. And so bringing in those calories is going to definitely help with sleep issues, and like hormonal changes and like the menopause symptoms as well. So just always being on a diet is probably why you're not losing weight, right? So people get stuck with eating 1,200 calories, and then you can just kind of like paint yourself into a corner, because at this point you can only go lower to lose weight. And so this is why I use a reverse diet. So I put all of my clients start off with a reverse diet, right? I'm going to have them eat maintenance calories before I put them into a diet. And this is just going to help with so many things, like the energy, again, metabolism. We're just basically supporting the metabolism. And so that's what I do for my clients. So reverse dieting, there's a couple different ways that you can approach it. But for me, I'm like, just get up there, right? Because for a lot of my women, they are experiencing the negative effects of not having enough calories. And so I definitely want them to get there faster. Rip the Band-Aid off, right? You will probably gain 2 to 3 pounds right away, just because you have more food in your container, right? I think of the body as like a container, right? So the more that you put into it, the more that it's going to weigh. So initially, when you start bringing on those calories, you're going to gain weight, because you have more food in your body, but also, hey Tammy, what's going on? But also you're going to see that you're going to be retaining water. And so make sure that you're drinking plenty of water, and then it will come off. And so worst case is like you are kind of hold on to those 2 pounds. But for most women, what happens is they're at maintenance, right? So they just stay at the same weight. But some women will lose weight in maintenance. And so it's really just, I have them focus on measurements and progress pictures rather than focusing on the scale weight, right? Because that can be a little bit of a mind fuck. So, what do you think of HRT? I'm totally for it. Like I am not against it at all. So, it's definitely can be helpful. On your situation. It depends on your situation. So, but with declining estrogen levels, you start to have like night sweats, hot flashes, and sleep issues. And so it could definitely be beneficial to increase progesterone and get some estrogen as well. So hope that answers that question. But yeah, see if you can get a full panel when you're getting your blood work done, right? Make sure that you're getting your thyroid done, and see if they'll do hormones as well. Cholesterol. So cholesterol, that is influenced by stress. So, that can definitely be when you're in menopause. It's like you're in a more of a stressed state. HRT can cause weight gain for sure. When you increase your estrogen, that can definitely lead to some weight gain. But it depends on like really what you're doing for your diet and your lifestyle, like how you would lose weight. I know, because like this is like who I help, right, is women that are in menopause who can't lose weight. And I think the biggest thing that I have to address with them is that they're always on a diet. And so you can't always be on a diet. Your body is not going to respond well with that. It needs those maintenance calories. So go to the link in my bio, figure out what your maintenance calories are. You're probably going to be like, oh my God, that's a lot of calories, right? Your body still needs those calories. And then you adding cardio on top of it is just increasing your body's need for more calories. It doesn't help with fat loss or weight loss. So if you're trying to lose weight and all you're doing is running on the treadmill or on that stupid step mill doing the dumbass kickbacks, right? You're wasting your time, because that is not going to help you lose fat, and it doesn't build muscle either. So lean habits. I don't know that one. I don't know about Slim Fast. Like, I don't, what's the question about that you have about Slim Fast? Because I don't know anything about it except for that they have shakes. So, I don't know anything about it. So, as far as like, if you're asking about the shakes, I haven't seen the ingredients in that. Like, I know that some, like the Premier Protein, if you look at the ingredients on a Premier Protein shake, there's a lot of just trash in there that has nothing to do with like protein, right? The whole benefit of a protein shake is to get in a good amount of protein all at once for the convenience, but they have so many ingredients in there. And then there's 2 ingredients that cause gastric distress. And so inulin, and then I forget what the other one is, but they're like hard to digest fibers that for a lot of people. And so I stay away from that stuff, but so I don't know what's in Slim Fast. I use either Legion or I use Quest. I just use the Quest protein powder. So I don't actually do like ready-made shakes. I don't even do shakes. Like, I just put this into my yogurt because I love it, and that gets me 42 grams of protein with 2 ingredients. Oh, it's kind of cool. It like disappears. But you're wondering if it was good for you. I don't know. I can't answer that question. So I would say like focus definitely on like whole foods, and then you can bring in some foods like that. But if you're having trouble getting protein in, and that helps you get in protein, then it's a good thing, right? But is this going to make you like like healthy because you're having Slim Fast? Like, it kind of depends on why you're asking me that. I don't think it's like the thing that's going to improve your health. Artificial sugar bothers your stomach. Yeah. For some people, they can't tolerate that. Like, so Quest has sucralose. Some people can't tolerate the sucralose in there. I can. So that's what I have. I've been having that forever. Meat and veggies, keep it simple. Yeah. Throw some carbs in there too. Have some bagels and some, bagels, and I love bagels and cream cheese. That's what I have for my pre-workout. If you guys are on Facebook, you should join my free Facebook group. The link to my bio is in there, and it goes to my free Facebook group. I post a ton of recipes in there, a ton of ideas, a ton of info on menopause. But I just did a video on like a live video in there on like what I eat in a day, but it was more like just like what I eat in general. But I did go through like my pre-workout, my post-workout, what I have for lunch, what I have for snacks, what I have for dinner, and then there was like a bonus on lighter alcohol wines that I drink. So but yeah, honestly, it is just about keeping it simple. Like, we tend to just, try all the things, and we just end up kind of just spinning our wheels. And then when that doesn't work, then we go on to the next thing. And so, but as far as reverse dieting goes, there are definitely 2 approaches that you can take. I'm more like rip the Band-Aid off, get in your calories, because you're going to get the benefits from that. But if you're somebody who is like terrified of like, gaining weight, and you're living off the scale, like what the scale says, and influenced by that, then you can take a slower approach. The thing is that's just going to add more time to you being in maintenance calories. So if you're eating 1,200 calories, but your maintenance is 1,800 calories, then what you can do is you can add 50 calories or add 100 calories each week until you get to 1,800. But that's going to take a while to get there. So that's going to take a while to get those 600 calories up. You have to stay in maintenance for at least 8 weeks if you've been dieting for years, like a lot of my clients have, right? They've been on a diet since they've had babies. So that could be a lot of years for my clients. I'm 54. I was on a freaking diet, since, well, I stopped. I haven't been on a diet for a while since I lost my weight. But, that was like right when I was like 48, 49. So that was like 18 years, probably 20 years of dieting. And so, that's a long time. But I think like if you can give it like 8 weeks at least, right? I think it's definitely 8 weeks. The longer that it takes you to get to those maintenance calories is the longer that it's going to take, because it's 8 weeks at maintenance. It's not all the bullshit time that you took to get there. It's definitely at those maintenance calories. So I was way under eating, took a bit to eat more in the day, but it works. Yeah. So a lot of my ladies, they just started the 6-week program with me, and they're just like, oh my God, what? Like, they didn't know. I mean, I have no idea like what, so I have them send me their, they connect their MyFitnessPal to their True Coach account, and then I can see what they're averaging out. And then I'm like, so this is their average. Like this woman's 242 pounds. She was eating 1,339 calories average and only getting in 77 grams of protein. Here's somebody else that's 254 at 1175 and only eating 36 grams of protein. And they wonder why they can't lose weight. And this is because they are severely restricting calories and they're just not able to lose weight. So we have to go up to a reverse diet for them to get them to a point where they're actually going to be able to lose weight. I have somebody who's 185 eating 1,092 calories and getting in 55 grams of protein. So they're not getting in enough calories and they're not getting enough protein. So the link is actually in my bio. So if you click like on my name, all the link to all my stuff is in there. So, and yeah, it's very typical that somebody will be like on a diet for years and years and years. So, let's see. I am doing calorie deficit, having good meals, high protein. I lost 30 pounds, but same time I am losing muscle. So you're probably in too large of a deficit, right? So I would do like a moderate deficit, like 300 calories from maintenance. You should still be able to get weight loss benefits without losing muscle. All right. No, it's true. Like it's just the culture, right? It's like we always have to be on a diet. And like, especially now, like the past 2 years, everybody's like, calorie deficit. You have to be in a calorie deficit. If you're not losing weight, it's because you're not in a calorie deficit. And people just don't understand. They're like, okay, fine, I'll eat less, and that's really not how you're going to lose weight. You are not going to be able to lose weight if you've been chronically dieting. You just get stuck. And your body, you're altering your body composition. So when you don't eat enough, you're going to be decreasing the muscle off your frame, and then your body is just going to be storing fat. When you eat more calories, you will actually be burning that fat. So having those calories come in is going to make the switch to being a fat storing machine to a fat burning machine. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have more calories. And so unknowing to you, right, your daily activity is going to go up, but like you're going to blink faster. You're going to naturally have more energy, and then you're going to just start to be more active, whether you realize that or not. So there's definitely a benefit to that. So I definitely recommend doing a reverse diet to support your hormones and your metabolism. You just cannot always be on a diet. So ladies, if you're eating that 1,200 calories and you're stuck with your weight loss, I get these all the time. Help, I can't lose weight. And that's why, because you've downregulated your metabolism. And I'm sure you have a whole host of other things that are going on as well. The negative effects of constantly being on a diet would be, no energy, you're fatigued, brain fog, memory loss, sleep issues, digestion issues, libido issues, anxious, you worry about everything. You are less tolerant to people when they do stupid shit, right? People do stupid shit all the time, but we don't have to fly off the handle, but you just have like more of a hair trigger response to that. Let's see, changes in your hair, right? Your hair can fall out or get thin. These are all like, these are like menopause symptoms, but they're all symptoms of you not having enough calories as well and being in an underfed state. So basically, you are malnutritioning yourself by not eating maintenance calories. So just think about that. Like, what is it that you're not getting? What is it that you're not feeding your body, especially when you take out carbs, right? Oh, carbs are gone. Carbs are life. Carbs are energy, right? We need to have that. People aren't eating fruit because there's sugar in it. Like, come on, that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So, keto and intermittent fasting is probably one of the worst things that women in menopause can do because it's such a stress. You're in a stress state already with your changing hormones, and then you're just adding more stress to it by eating a high-fat diet, not having enough carbs, and then eating very low calories. Like, it's just not good. So, cranky and bad anxiety since going in menopause. Yeah. So I would check how many calories are you eating and compare that to, how many calories should you be eating? And so if you go to my calorie calculator, it's going to tell you what your maintenance calories are. And a lot of people do that, lose and gain the same 5 pounds. Here's the thing though, with that cycle, you lose weight, right? And you're going to be losing some muscle. But when you gain that 5 pounds back, that comes on as fat. It doesn't come on as muscle. So the muscle's gone and then the fat comes on. And so you keep doing that, right? Over and over and over. That 5 pounds looks different now. Now you're just like, what the hell happened, right? Why am I more fat than I was before? Because you have more fat on your body now. You've decreased the muscle tone on your body. Your body, your body will store fat over preserving that muscle. That muscle is going to be the first thing that goes when you are in a very low calorie diet. So I highly recommend 300 calories for a deficit to lose weight, not 500, not 800, right? So again, I can't emphasize it enough. Figure out what your maintenance calories are. That's going to be based on all the exercise that you're doing as well. So the weight gain. So that that weight that comes back is predominantly going to go onto your belly, and that's what's going on, is your body is storing the fat. Once you give the body the calories that it needs, it's going to get rid of that fat. And so the first thing for all of my clients, I put them into a maintenance phase. They start losing inches. I should have printed out. If you follow me on Instagram at all, if you follow me on Facebook, and the links are in my bios, I always post some of my progress pictures for my clients. And Tina, who just started, Tina did. She lost 9 inches. She lost 9 inches in 7 weeks, 9 inches, and most of it was from her belly. Eating more calories. She was eating 1,200 calories. I got her to 2,100 calories, and she did it pretty quick too, right? It didn't take her time to fuck around with the calories. She literally did it. Within 10 days, she was up to 2,100 calories. She lost inches, and Tanya has lost an incredible amount of inches. She lost 15.5 inches in 8 weeks. Gain, same fucking situation. She was eating 1,300 calories. We got her to 2,300 calories. It didn't take her long either. It took her maybe, I think, 3 weeks for her to get to that. And then we stayed in maintenance for 8 weeks. And so this is the power of a reverse diet, ladies. This is why you're stuck, because you're not eating enough calories, because you're always on a diet, and your body, you're basically malnutritioning your body, right? It's not getting what it needs. And then you're going to get those symptoms like being cranky, having that anxiety, having belly fat. And so it sucks, but, we can't always be on a diet. And so I know it's counterintuitive. Here I am saying, don't do cardio and eat more calories. It's absolutely true. That's exactly how my clients get their results. How do you feel about over-the-counter supplements like estrogen or adding soy? If it works for you, then it works for you. I haven't done anything like that. I don't specifically add soy, so Yeah, I mean, if it works, it works, right? How do you measure if that does work or not? Um, and then always focusing on fat loss is not good for your body. It's not good for the soul. It's not good for the mind, So kind of like get yourself out of that situation and just eat more. Enjoy the calories that you eat. I get a lot of calls. So I have like 5 calls lined up for this week, and almost every call it goes the same, right? I eat healthy, and then that's basically that's the start. I eat healthy, but I just can't lose weight. And then it's like, okay, so what does your day look like? As far as PCOS goes, like I definitely would take a look at what are you doing for exercise and how are you supporting your hormones, right? So that would be the first thing that I would look at. And then we're looking at thyroid. So PCOS definitely has some challenges of its own. I do not work with women that are in PCOS. I am working more focused on women that are in menopause, but I do have a coach that specializes in PCOS. So her name is Aditi Guha if you want her information. I forgot what I was saying. I have no idea what I was just saying. So, I guess that is it. Oh, I think it was something about enjoy your calories. Oh no, that's what it was. It's like, so the women are like, all right, so what does a day of eating healthy look like for you? And it's like, okay, so I have 2 eggs, or maybe I don't have anything. I'll just have some coffee, and then I intermittent fast until 1, and then I have a salad with a piece of chicken on there, and then I have dinner, and I don't have carbs, and I'll just have whatever, salmon or some vegetables, and then like for some reason I'm just really hungry after dinner. This is usually how the conversation goes, and I'm like, girl, like what about snacks? What are your snacks? Well, God, yeah, I do have like, I really love like, and there's like this thing that they have, right? And so they have that, and I'm listening to that, and I'm like, okay, first of all, not enough calories and not enough protein. And so that's number 1. And then always like focusing on like the things that they eliminate. I don't have this. I never eat potatoes. I never eat rice. I never have bread. It's like, why? Like it's calories, right? It's not, we put this, this good food, bad food thing, like labels on stuff. Yeah, some foods are going to be more healthy than others. That doesn't mean, like I crushed 2 Reese's peanut butter egg cups today. Not the cups, the eggs, the whole eggs. Because let's face it, those are the best, right? Those are way better than those little tiny Reese's peanut butter cups, right? Which aren't bad, like those little mini things. Reese's peanut butter eggs are the bomb. And so I had one of those, and I'm like, God damn, that was so good. Like, I'm going to have another one of those. So, there's nothing wrong with having stuff like that. Yeah, I treated myself today. I wouldn't normally crush 2 of those eggs, but it was there. It was so good. I'm like, God, it's been a while since I've had a Reese's peanut butter cup. I forgot how good it was. So, don't beat yourself up for having those things. Like that is part of living. Like enjoy the foods that you're having. I have bagels and cream. I have a bagel and cream cheese every single morning. Cottage cheese, I have yogurt, I have protein powder, like, I have 2 different breakfasts. So I have my pre-workout and then I have my post-workout. Make a sandwich for lunch, right? On bread, tuna, like a tuna bacon melt, tuna with bacon and cheese, some lettuce, and then I have some popcorn as well. So it's not always like I gotta get in my 1,875 calories. So that's not gonna happen eating kale and quinoa. quinoa. So I am so sorry about that. Yeah, this is just going to die. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. If you think that you are somebody who is under eating, check out my online calorie calculator. Or maybe you're like, oh, no, I'm fine, right? Check out my online calorie calculator, honestly, and see what your maintenance is. If the gap is pretty big, then start looking up information for reverse dieting, or find me on Facebook. The link is in my bio for the free Facebook group. There's a ton of information in there. And, I do talk about reverse dieting in there as well. I have a podcast that I just did. It's been a little hot minute since I've talked about reverse dieting, but it's on there. And then there's always information on my Instagram and my Facebook feed of, like how to lose weight in menopause when you're in your 40s and 50s. Oh, I should probably mention, I hope this doesn't die. it's going to die. I have a master class that I offer on Thursday night at 7:30 and then Saturday morning, not morning, noon. So this is 7:30 EST or 12 o'clock EST on Saturday. And so the link for that is going to be in the Facebook group. So you can join for that. It's limited to 15 spots per person. This is a live class. This isn't a bullshit video where you just sit there and watch it and then nothing happens, right? This is a live master class where I go through it and then I answer some questions at the end to whoever has whatever questions. And then it usually ends up being like a mini coaching session. So check that out. And thank you very much. And I will post this on YouTube. Have a happy Easter night. Bye.